Hello, good people. This is your girl Nosisa. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, I'm taking you to Cebu City in a place called Oslob. We're about in Oslob in Santander. First of all, to get to Santander, you'll have to take a bus. That is like 4 hours drive from Cebu City to Oslob. I'm pretty sure the reason you'd want to go to Oslo is to go to the whale shark and waterfalls. So to save yourself from trouble, just stay in Santander because it's a walking distance to get to the whale shark. Prepare yourself that you'll have to wake up very early in the morning, like around 5:30 a.m. to catch the sunrise because they feed the sharks early in the morning and that's where you get to swim with the sharks. I've always thought sharks are very dangerous and violent, but not at all. Some sharks, they don't even think of eating humans. So it's an experience that you really enjoy. And one great advice, when you go to swim with the sharks, make sure that when you get off from the boat, spend as much time inside the water and make sure your camera is on set because you only get 30 minutes to swim with the sharks and that's it, and it will feel like 5 minutes inside the water. But just stay inside the water until they say time is up. So there's this nice beach I went to called Alcoy Beach, but local people call it Tinko Beach. From Santander, you have to take the same bus that people use to travel from Cebu City to Oslo, and it's also used as a local bus to go around the coast. And it costed like 30 pesos. It wasn't expensive at all. So if you're still unsure of whether to go to Oslo or not, believe me, it's a place to be. It's not only famous for swimming with the shark, but you'll find like 8 different waterfalls and they're all different in its own ways, very clean, and it's not touristic at all. The only place that you'll find touristic is when you're going to swim with the sharks. But going to the waterfalls, trust me, you will have the best time of your life and you'll have the whole place to yourself. One thing great about these waterfalls, they are all located next to each other. So you could do like 2, 3 or 4 different waterfalls in a day, but also there's no need to rush yourself because you want to enjoy each and every place. So you could just do 2 and then on the next day, if you have enough time, you go and find the other one. In each and every waterfall that you go to, you have to pay an entrance fee, which is not expensive at all. And you also have to pay separately your tour guide. Mostly you would find like 2 tour guides because I was traveling alone as a female. I had to be accompanied by a male tour guide and a female tour guide. So with the price that you have to pay to your tour guides, it's actually a tip. So it will depend on how much you have and how much you want to give them for their service. So going to these waterfalls, the most convenient way will be either to use a bus that is coming from Cebu City going down the coast, and which is also the cheapest option, or you could either take a tricycle and then you tell the driver which waterfall you want to go to, and from that waterfall you will have to ask your tour guide how to get to the other one. Another option which I wouldn't really recommend is to take a motorbike. Trust me, that will be very pricey because you'll be taking a private trip and they would even offer to wait for you until you're done with all the waterfalls you want to go to, and trust me, them waiting is you paying. When you are in Oslo, make sure that you make some time to visit this place called Natalio Bacalso Avenue. I had a great time there simply because that place is very clean, it's peaceful, it's quiet, and amongst other things that you would find, it's a museum. Unfortunately, when you get inside the museum, you are not allowed to go inside with your phone or even your handbag. Hence, I wasn't able to take any pictures or videos of the museum. But there is a very old cartel, which is this building you are seeing right now, and for me, it was just picture perfect. And you also find a parish church and some old chapel. It's still used by local people, and one thing that I love about that place is that when you find people there, local people, they are willing to explain to you the history of the place, whether it's still in use and their beliefs. So visiting that place will give you a bit of information about the spirituality of Philippines people and how they divided into Catholics and Christianity. We have come to an end of my stay in Oslo, specifically in Santander. I didn't cover everything that you'd find in Oslob. There are so many other waterfalls that I couldn't get to visit, but it's a place that I would really recommend you visit. And if you find this video interesting and informative, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share, like, and leave your comment down below. Thank you so much. Goodbye.